of itself. Congratulations! Your account GLabs95 has already been approved, and in it, a preloaded $214.36 is ready for you to withdraw to any payment method you want. Bank transfer, PayPal, Cash App, crypto, or even a check mailed to your home. There is no setup, no configuration, no hassle. You simply log in and withdraw your $214.36 within seconds. Take a look for yourself. This is a recording sent to us by Oliver from Detroit, Michigan, one of our recent members. He logged into his GLabs95 account, and within a few minutes, he withdrew his first $214.36. You heard that right. It's the first payment, because every day he will get a similar payment directly paid to his account. Just like Oliver, you have been selected based on your online activity, and we will hold your slot for you for the next 11 minutes only. After that, it will be reassigned to the next person watching this video. Let me make something very clear. This is not an opportunity. This is not a possibility. This is a guaranteed account, preloaded with $214.36 waiting for you to withdraw. Just like Marcus Fulton from Park City, Utah, who withdrew his first $214.36 shortly after activating his GLabs95 account. Now, before I show you how to access your pre-approved GLabs95 account, and how to withdraw your first $214.36 payment directly to your bank account, PayPal, Cash App, or even crypto, let me quickly introduce myself and tell you how and why you were selected for this. My name is William Carter. I'm a Christian man from Texas, a husband, and a father to two beautiful girls. Today people say my life looks blessed, and it is. But for a long time, I lived with a weight that never left my chest. Almost 3 years ago, I was working for one of the largest shipping companies in the country, the kind responsible for those massive cargo ships you see crossing oceans on the news. I managed fleet routing, which meant every decision I approved affected schedules, contracts, and people's livelihoods. By that point, technology was changing everything. You'd started hearing about tools like ChatGPT on the news, programs that could answer questions, plan routes, and analyze data, faster than any human. At first, it felt like a miracle. Type in a question, get an answer instantly. And slowly, I started trusting it more than I should have. I still reviewed things, just not the way I used to. I let the system confirm my judgment instead of challenging it. And for a while, everything worked. Until one night, it didn't. I was exhausted, behind schedule, trying to clear a backlog before the end of my shift. I approved a routing plan for a ship heading into New York, something I'd done hundreds of times before. ChatGPT flagged it as clear, so I trusted it. What it didn't account for was reality. 2 other vessels were already scheduled for that port, something a human would have caught instantly if they had slowed down. That single approval triggered a chain reaction I couldn't stop. Penalties, delay, contracts lost. By the time it was over, my company had lost $4.3 million. But the money wasn't what destroyed me. The meeting afterward did. They didn't just let me go. They shut down my entire department. 27 people lost their jobs overnight. Men and women. I ate lunch with them every day. Families I knew by name. I begged them to fire me alone. They refused. And I walked out knowing my trust in ChatGPT cost real people their livelihoods. That kind of guilt doesn't fade. It follows you home. I started drinking. Not to celebrate, but to forget. I couldn't eat. Couldn't sleep. Every quiet moment turned into the same thought. How do you live knowing you let ChatGPT make a human mistake? I prayed, but even that turned into anger. One night it was pouring rain, and I was driving to a bar I shouldn't have been going to. I tried to pray, and it turned into shouting. Why would you let this happen? I deserve the consequences, but why them? And for the first time, the thought crossed my mind that maybe the only way to stop the pain was to end everything. Then my tire blew out. I pulled over, shaking, soaked, and realized I'd broken down directly in front of a small church. I can't explain it, but something lifted. I knocked on the door without knowing why. A pastor opened it, looked at me, and said one sentence I'll never forget. Son, put your trust in God. He always makes a way. That was it. No sermon, no judgment. I skipped the bar. And the whole drive home, I kept repeating those words. That night, I couldn't sleep. Not because I was restless, but because for the first time, I wasn't asking God to erase the past. I was asking him how to stop the next mistake. I was asking him how to make it up for those 27 families whom I destroyed. And that's when I started digging. Deep. Past the headlines. Past the hype. That's when I saw what the big AI companies never say out loud. Google, OpenAI, Meta. Their systems were making confident mistakes. In medicine, finance, logistics. And instead of slowing things down, they were rushing faster. Because speed makes money. Accuracy doesn't. Buried in research forums and internal notices, I found something most people never see. They were quietly hiring human verifiers to double-check AI answers before they went live. Not engineers, not programmers, regular people, using common sense. That's when it hit me. I can build a system that directly integrate with their servers and serve as human checkpoints. That way I can literally force them to pay me to fact-check their answers. And that's what I call a win-win situation, my friend. We prevent catastrophic mistakes, they protect themselves from lawsuits, and we get paid handsomely. Because get this, by law, those companies are forced to pay $8.56 for each answer you verify. Finally, I saw a way to turn guilt into purpose. That night I created GLabs 95, the world's first system that integrate directly with all the top AI companies, Google, Meta, OpenAI, and others, and forces them to pay each testers instantly. Think of it like a human verification layer, built to catch what machines miss. Not to replace AI, but to stop it from hurting people the way it hurt mine. Here's how it works in the simplest terms possible. The AI generates an answer. Before that answer is allowed to be used, trained on, or deployed, it's routed through GLabs 95. That's where you come in. You don't write anything. You don't explain anything. You don't need experience. You're shown something extremely simple. For example, an image appears on your screen. Below it, 2 buttons, Apple, orange. You click the correct one. That's it. The moment you click, that decision is logged as a human verification event. And that single click is worth $8.56. Not later, not pending, not after approval. Instantly. But here's the crazy part. They don't want just one person to answer all the questions. Even though it's super easy and each question takes literally less than 2 seconds, regardless of your experience. But they need multiple people, from multiple communities, cultures, backgrounds. They need diverse answers. That's why GLabs 95 caps each account at 25 verification tasks per day. 25 simple questions, 25 clicks, each one worth $8.56. That adds up to $214.34 per day. You're not competing with anyone. Your slot is reserved because human verification cannot be automated. You get a guaranteed allocation of 25 clicks per day. Each one pays $8.56. That's $214.36 in pure profits a day. And today, I'm the one assigned to help you activate your GLabs 95 account, because I'm the one who helped build it. This account has already been generated in your name. It's already approved, and it's already preloaded with $214.36, waiting to be released the moment you activate it. Not as a bonus, not as a test payment, but as your first daily verification payout. And it doesn't stop there. Once activated, this account releases $214.36 every single day, automatically, as long as you keep it active. That comes out to $1,500.52 every week, and just over $6,400 a month. No selling, no learning curves, no figuring things out. Just a few clicks, then an instant payment. Now let me be clear about something, because I respect you enough to say this out loud. This will not buy you a Ferrari. It won't put you in a mansion in Miami, and it won't turn you into some overnight internet millionaire. If that's what you're looking for, this is not for you. But if you've had a hard year, if you're tired of squeezing bills together, if you just want something real, something steady, something that takes less seconds a day, then you didn't end up here by accident. People like Mark Reynolds from Tampa, who told me his first payout hit the same morning his electricity was scheduled to be shut off. Or Elaine Parker from Missouri, who said it was the first time in years she bought groceries without checking her bank balance first. Or Dennis Moore from Ohio, a retired truck driver who called this the quiet miracle I didn't know I was allowed to have. And in just a moment, I'm going to show you exactly how to activate your GLabs 95 account, and how to release your first $214.36 payout today. But before I do that, there's something important you need to understand. After GLabs 95 went live, the first people I shared it with weren't strangers. They were the coworkers I lost years ago, the same people whose jobs disappeared because of my mistake. I didn't promise them anything. I didn't hype it. I just said, there's something I helped build, and if it works the way it should, it might help you. And you know what? Every single one of them withdrew $214.36 that day. Many of them didn't even go to high school. That's how easy it is to use. This system doesn't reward intelligence. It rewards being human. Within minutes, they were receiving the same $214.36 daily payouts. Then something unexpected happened. Their wives asked if they could join. Same homes, separate accounts, separate verifications. The system allowed it. Now those families earn over $400 a day combined, without stress, without noise, without chasing anything. That's the moment I realized something important. This system could never be wide open. Not because I wanted to limit people, but because the moment human verification loses integrity, the entire thing collapses. GLabs 95 only works because every account represents a real human being. A single, verified person. Making real decisions. Slowing machines down just enough to prevent damage. If unlimited accounts were allowed, if people could spin up dozens of profiles, if scripts, bots, or automation flooded the system, the AI companies would shut it down overnight. Not tomorrow, not next week, instantly. So here's the part I need to be very clear about. GLabs 95 itself is completely free. You are not buying access. You are not paying to make money. You are not purchasing software, training, or some secret method. The AI companies already pay for everything. They pay for the infrastructure. They pay for the verification tasks. They pay for the payouts you receive every day. And let the rest take care of itself.
What you're covering is something very specific and very necessary. A one-time $47 human verification and system allocation fee. That's it. This fee exists for one reason only: to lock this account to you as a real verified human being. It covers identity verification server allocation tied to your account, anti-automation protection, daily task reservation, payout, routing security. Once it's done, it's done. No subscriptions, no monthly fees, no renewals, just one verification, and the system does the rest. Now, let's put this in perspective because this is where most people suddenly realize how absurdly lopsided this decision is. You're not paying $47 to get $214.36. You're paying $47 to unlock a system that releases $214.36 to you every single. That's $1,500 plus in your first week, over $6,400 in your first month. Even if you only stayed active for 4 days, you'd already be ahead. And if you stay active for 60 days, you're looking at over $12,800 released into your account in exchange for a one-time verification that costs less than dinner for two. That's why people like Mark Reynolds from Tampa shook his head when he emailed me. After his first week, he said, "I almost didn't do it because of the $47, and now that feels insane." I made that back before lunch on day one, or Elaine Parker from Missouri who told me. I kept thinking it sounded too simple. Then I realized that's the whole point. I've received payouts every single day since. Now, here's the part that removes all risk, and I mean that literally. I don't want you to hope this works. I want you to know, so every verification is protected by a 60-day no-questions-asked guarantee. Activate your account, receive your payouts, use the system, and if for any reason at all you decide this isn't right for you, you send one email, your $47 is refunded in full. No forms, no arguments, no store credit, which means the only real risk here isn't paying $47. The real risk is doing nothing because every day you delay, you're not waiting. You're leaving $214.36 on the table today, tomorrow, the day after that, and once this verification window closes. That slot doesn't sit empty. It's reassigned to someone else who didn't hesitate. But you have to decide now because we can only hold your spot till the timer below hits 0. After that, we will have to reassign it to someone else, and that someone is already watching the same video as you know. So if you decided to wait, he will get it. That's only fair. So here's where we are right now. Your account is already generated. Your first $214.36 payout is already loaded. Your verification window is open, and the system is waiting for confirmation that you're real. That's it. No hoops, no gimmicks, no catch hiding. Later, scroll down. Complete your one-time verification and let the system start working for you today, because 60 days from now, there are only 2 possible outcomes. Either you're quietly receiving daily payouts, or you're wishing you hadn't walked away from the easiest decision you were ever offered. This is your moment. Don't overthink it. Just verify and let the rest take care of itself.